She's being the Grinch that stole Christmas. Okay, so off and on you'll hear of these people that do this thing called surrogacy, pregnancy things. Um, does the Bible encourage that? Okay, I'm not sitting here and pointing fingers at people who do this and they're pro-life at the same time. This I've heard of this even in pro-life groups because obviously there's a life in the womb and people do infertility treatments. I mean, like there's variations of how people do infertility treatments in general. Okay. So I can't say I know everything about everything. I'm not a person who actually studies those things. I just want people to understand that the word is the word and man is man when it comes to fertility. Okay. Clearly there's stories in the Bible like of Hannah. Okay. And how she prayed, and there's stories about like Elizabeth being the older cousin in the nativity story, and miraculously she was able to bear children. Okay. In her older age. And when a cousin is older, they're older. They've seen things and heard of things. You know, they had infertility back in those days. They had miscarriages, so it's nothing new under the sun. Um, However, the ability to overcome some of the burdens, meaning the needs for DNC and what you do with all those situations, that's the kicker. Infertility and the danger zones exist. All right. So, when you're talking about surrogacy, you're talking about an extreme condition for the woman, meaning her blood in that woman that's carrying. Um, Now, when a face is designed, have you ever heard of someone saying, "Oh, it looks like you have your daddy's eyes, but your mama's nose"? There's a reason why the Bible declares certain things in the design. Um, we're all made in the image of God, and the designer decided how to put those things together, not man. Man comes up with a new plan when the womb doesn't work. Okay, so this is going to fix it. I'm going to be a surrogate for a sister, a sibling. And this sister was in a severe car accident and her backbone broke or something, so she's um, paralyzed waist down or something like that. Um, you know, sometimes maybe that isn't the best thing to do because even if a person is super close, these surrogate pregnancies are super expensive. Okay, wouldn't you give $250,000? Okay, let's just calculate the cost of bread to prevent fentanyl from coming across our border, to prevent the death of your next door neighbor's child when they went down to the Texas or something. Wouldn't you give that much money to stop evil from crossing the border? Okay. Wouldn't you give that much money to um, preserve the life of an elderly person who was a Holocaust victim and all they needed was just a better house? Just a better house. That much money, $250,000. Okay. And that way you can have a full record. Okay. And it could save 1,000 lives because that person's record is preserved and that life is better. Okay. You saved 1,000 lives just by stories alone. Okay. Think about that one. All right. Wouldn't you give $250,000 to promote better women's health in a country where there's high terrorism rates and they are like separating one women's health clinic from another women's health clinic? I mean, just better health clinics. All right. So your money tells who you are in the heart. All right. Now, here's another thing. What if these people that are doing these surrogate things are completely unrelated? They have never seen each other before in their life. They're not cousins or anything like that. What if car accident 101 comes upon the woman that was holding the child? On her body, okay? Or What if it's a close relative of that woman, meaning the mother or the sister or something? Will that wealthy one who's giving the money, who's pouring all the investment into that womb with all that money, will they come to the funerals? Will they come to help with the healthcare needs of that close relative? I don't think so. They're going to sit there and say, oh, too bad. I'm waiting for my baby, my prized possession. There's the heart problem right there. I would not go near surrogacy because it's kind of a devil in disguise. Um, if you have heard of switched at birth problems, this is that times 10, you know, with the money and the slavery of the woman as well. Candace Owens does a podcast or does her podcast things. If you look at it, really look at what she's saying. Okay. Don't go near surrogacy. If you know of someone who's already gotten involved with it, warn them about it, because the mother of the mother, the sister of the mother who's carrying the woman that's carrying, who usually is the poor one, oh, bad stuff happens to those close relatives who are women too. And miss one who wants the baby and doesn't think they can carry it because it'll ruin their body, their healthy, perfectly cut, whatever, Taylor Swift features, Paris Hilton, whatever features, they don't want to ruin their body. I'm like, give me a break. They have to deal with reality, these wealthy ones. Don't give in to them, okay? Don't do that. If a poor woman is already carry to term, but get real and don't fall for it. Don't be the one. Don't be Eve over and over again. You're just playing along with Eve, so don't do that. Okay. Um, these, yeah, they can use these wealthy ones can use their money in better ways. There's plenty of fentanyl crossing the border. It doesn't need to be crossing the border right now. You'll save 1,000 lives with that instead of just one for one special person. I mean, like, car accidents happen too. You could help with more physical therapy access or something for these poor people. They're ruining lives of poor people by doing this surrogacy stuff. Okay, think about it. Okay, bye.